Hey everybody, it's Steve with Sky194 and appreciate you stopping by to check out my video. And we are here at Kyalami with the AMG. And I had a request from Antonio wanting to do a setup for the AMG here at Kyalami. So let's get this thing going. So I started and did practice and been doing a setup. And the aggressive was really good. I mean, I actually on this car here at Kyalami, it's better than most. I ran a low 143, so I'm really happy with that. I mean, for just an aggressive setup. But then I, started seeing what we could do to try to get it to go quicker, and basically adjusted the toe, and the camber was pretty close except for the back. I had to adjust that. Electronics was, traction control and moved up one. Fuel, of course, was just, I put it to 50 liters. Other than that, it's the same. And then here, the brakes, I put the brakes down and the steering ratio down. And the wheel rate, I just raised up one notch. AMG has got the only car in GT3 where it's got like an anti-dive part of the car, where basically it's in the geometry of the front suspension that it helps resist diving on the front end. None of the other GT3 cars have that, but the AMG does. So they had it all the way down at the weakest wheel rate, which is a spring. So they can do that because they still haven't, like I say, the anti-dive with the front on the front of the car. So I just went one click, and that's it. Just one click up on the spring. Changed the bump stop rates. This is the same, except I changed the bump stop rates here in the back, but it's the same, wheel rate. Added a little bit of anti-roll bar here. Did that. Dampeners, I don't think I messed with too much. They're pretty good. Car rides through the bumps pretty good. Just ride height I've changed, and rear wing I added one, and just little things like that. And I've got it down into the, I got down to the mid 42s, but that's as far as I could go. So let's see what we could do here in qualifying.
Green light, give it all you can.
I still got a normal fuel load. Yes, AMG is a really good car. It doesn't, Antonio wanted to know, what the goods and the bads. I mean, really doesn't have too many bads. It's one of the best cars in ACC, and it's good at every track. I mean, some tracks obviously are definitely going to be better than others, but it's still good at every track. Where some cars are really good at other tracks, but then they stink at some other ones. So this one's really doesn't peak and valley. It's pretty even across all the tracks. One of the negatives is the back end is kind of nervous. It likes to spin up the tires, so you got to kind of watch that. It's great in the rain. Surprisingly, it's really good in the rain. They must have really, really good traction control on the AMG. I drove it in the rain a few times, and it surprised me. Engine's great. I mean, doesn't really have anything bad about the engine. The only thing, there's one thing you could say, only thing is the fuel consumption, which is not, if I was going to have anything, I'd have that. Just because it's got plenty of power. Takes bumps pretty good.
Well done, mate. Personal fastest lap.
Good on the brakes. It's good, yeah, really good on the brakes. It's got good top speed. Good, great acceleration. So it's just, like I say, it's a great car.
Well done, mate. Personal best.
Tires look good. Whoa. Yeah, you gotta be really careful. Tell you. They even short shifted and it's still. So you get really caught because you don't know if you should be in first or second. slowly get on the gas there. You end up ripping the tires off.
Well done, mate. Your fastest lap so far.
All right, that's my best time in the AMG.
Well done, mate. This has been your personal best.
Too deep. Whoa.
Losing time in Sector 3.
Definitely got to be careful with the traction coming out of the corners. That's where this thing has its issues. Like I said, it's got the happy rear end. So a lot of times you might have to start dialing up the traction control so it calms it down during the race. straighten it out before you pull the trigger. Because, I mean, you try to get on the gas early, but you end up sometimes just causing more problems. So you definitely want to coast a lot, in through the turn. Right here, coast, and get on it. Coast for just a little bit, go through the middle of the turn. If you try to get on the gas too early, it's just gonna spin up the tires. The back end of that thing coming out too. Okay, well that's good enough. Let's go in here and see what the tires are doing. They look perfect. Okay. All right. Let's see. That'll look good. If anything, I think they can go up another pound or two, or a couple tenths. They seem to be wearing a little bit on the insides here. Let's see what the I don't see any graining anywhere. There. So everything else looks good. I wanted to also, so we got, basically to go over the setup, I had to lower that down to 46, raise that up to 82, that was like 70 something. And I added one up on the rear wing and one on the splitter. So that trying to balance, again, we're trying to balance the air over the car. We're 0.4% positive to the front right now. So it's got a little bit more on the front, and that helps it rotate, and that helps. So I mean, when it started out with the aggressive, it was a little less than that, but we've just gone up a little bit from the aggressive, so we just got a little bit more weight up on the nose to help it rotate. Of course, I got more brake bias in it for basically more even between the front and the back. Any roll bar is the same. Like I said, with the spring, I just went up one notch. And the bump stop rate, I went up one and adjusted all that. Went up on one on the anti-roll bar, and the preload, I actually had it up one, but I put it back to where it was. And what that does, preload on the diff, basically, if you come off the corner and it wants to oversteer coming off the corner and just drive left or right, whichever way you're going, it usually means you don't have enough. The diff isn't locking up fast enough. But if you're coming off the corner and it's not wanting to finish the corner and it's basically understeering coming off the corner, then sometimes that means you got too much, because then it's basically the back wheels are pushing the front. But everything else here looks really good, and I don't see any issues anywhere. course, let's see, make sure the fuel. You had 50 liters, so that's good. I don't remember which lap it was. Might be this one here coming up. Oh, it was just the last one that went across. That's what it was. It's this one right here. I always try to take a look at, my fastest lap just to see what the attitude of the car is. If I'm leaving black marks from the rear or the front, if I'm bottoming out anywhere. Am I missing the apex or missing where I'm supposed to be going? There, it's a little bit over rotating a little bit there, but that's okay. I might have touched the brake or something and got it to really rotate quick. I mean, the more back brake you put, the faster it's gonna rotate. Okay. Looks pretty good. Back to the garage. So far we're fourth. Looks like the top guy's 141.97. But yeah, this car gave me some fits. Basically just I had to run it a lot in practice. And I really ran it a while, and with just the aggressive setup to see what it would do, and I was so surprised. I mean, again, sometimes they're good with aggressive, and sometimes they're not. I mean, I think because they're redoing a lot of the setups, so some of them are redone, but some of them aren't. So you never know if one's going to be good, one's not going to be good. But still, I mean, I ran it a while. I mean, I ran it probably 30 minutes, maybe 10, 15 minutes at a time. And like I said, the best I could do is get it down to a 143.06. I think was the best I could get it down to, which is good. I mean, that's the fastest I've ever gone with just on an aggressive setup here at Kyalami. The Audi is the next, was a 43.2, and so this is the fastest I've ever gone on the aggressive. So it's really good. But I mean, I still picked up, by messing with the setup, still got pretty much basically 8/10 out of it. So I mean, that's it's decent, and I think it feels better than it did too. So but it not a ton. I mean, it's not like it's a huge difference like some of them are, but it does feel a little better as far as consistency and feedback and things like that. So hopefully we'll see what it does here in the race. Hopefully it'll do decent. Of course, you saw the car. It's the same one that I did my model review with. Exact same one. So I'm really, you picked this car out since I did the model review earlier. If you haven't checked that video out, please check that out. I just got that. It's a new release from Spark, and it's basically the same. It's this car here. So, and it looks identical. I mean, every sticker, every single thing on there looks identical to this one. So they got it matched up really, really nice. Yeah, pole's doing pretty good at 141.97. That's nothing to sneeze at. And all different manufacturers. You got a Ferrari and Audi, Aston Martin, and then me and AMG. And then another Aston Martin, and then a Lamborghini. Oh, and then a Bentley. So you got a whole bunch of different ones on the top 7, 8. I wanted to go through where I usually don't show qualifying, but I just wanted to go through and just kind of talk about some of the stuff that was going on with the car and things like that. So, Antonio wanted to know what some of the goods and the bads and things like that with the car. So I was trying to, some of the positives and some of the negatives, which they all have. And this actually has a lot less negatives than a lot of them. It's really good everywhere. So it's got a lot of good things going with the, AMG, and it's not even the, it's an older car. It's not even the, like the new Evo they have out now. Okay, well, I had the quickest first sector there, 142.15. I mean, that's actually like 9/10 faster than what I did in the aggressive setup. So I'm real happy with that. Oh, let's see what we can do here. Hopefully we can have a good race here at Kyalami. Oh, look at them beautiful cars. Man, those things look good. So let's see what we can do.
Stay in double file.
See what we can do here. Oh, that Aston Martin. Man, that's a pretty car. Say the only thing better looking than the Aston Martin, the GT3 Aston Martin, is the GTE Aston Martin. That looks even better.
Green light, show them where you go. Car on the right.
Come on, AMG.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Audi's fast. Dang, I thought that Aston Martin was going to hit me.
fast or slow.
Makes bumps really good. Big question is what's it going to do later.
Well done, mate. Personal best.
Little gap.
Gaining on the driver ahead in sector 3. Well done, mate. Your fastest lap so far.
All right. It's hard for me to get that corner right. Either cutting it too short or I go in too deep. Messed up that turn. better, I think. Almost lost it. Tires look good.
We're at the halfway mark. Keep pushing.
Pretty consistent.
Gaining on the car ahead in sector 3. Well done, mate. Personal fastest lap.
I'm leaving them behind so far. off on that one. Go AMG.
Gaining on the car heading sector 1.
A little too deep in that one. I love Kyalami. It's such an awesome track. Just like I said, the AI is at 97. And aggression's 94, just like always.
car ahead in sector 1.
So far, so good. I mean, it's keeping pretty consistent. That was my fault. Pushing as hard as I can.
Excellent job, mate. P3, we're on the podium. Now bring it back home safely.
All right. Ran some really good times with it. I'm real happy with that. Best times I've run with the AMG here. So, I mean, I'm not going to complain about it. I wish I would have been fighting up there with the first and second, but, I mean, I was pushing really hard and seeing what the car could do. I don't know if any, I know some of my new subscribers, I don't know if you've ever looked inside here, but I mean, the detail they have in these cars is absolutely amazing. I cannot believe the amount of detail. It's just like the model. Same in the back and everything. I mean, of course, in all this stuff, you don't, they don't have to, because it doesn't really make a difference in the game or the sim or anything, but I love the detail, the passion about all that. It's just so awesome. And of course, the outside of the car, get down here, I mean, it looks just like the model. Same sticker and everything on the end plates. I just love that car. Really nice. Like I said, my favorite AMG. I like his helmet too. Alrighty. And let's see what the times were. So my fastest was a 142.04. Didn't even have a fast sector in it. Look at the fast sectors. I had 2 of them right there right near the end of the race. That was about 600ths. That's about a 10th. That's about a 10th. So if I just would have had this one thing right here, I would have been a 141.9 something. So, but I mean, all of them are 142s. Most of them are low 42s. So mid to low 42s. I'm really happy with that. Really consistent over the whole 20 minutes, and it was, the last lap was still good. I should have done better than that. I just kind of messed it up trying to push so hard. So let's hit the setup. I got 26.3 on the left front, 26.8 on the left rear, 26 on the right front, and 26.8 on the right rear. On the toe, it's negative 0.15 on the front, and the camber on the front is negative 3.6 with a caster of 12.5. On the back, we got the toe at 0.1, and the camber is negative 2.9 on the rear. Electronics is 3 and 3. Fuel 50 liters with number 2 brake pads. Mechanical, I have number 8 roll bar, 59 brake bias. Steering ratio is all the way down. The wheel rate on the front is 143,000 with an 800 bump stop rate and a number 2 bump stop range. The wheel rate on the rear is 107,000 with a 600 bump stop rate and a number 4 bump stop range. Anti-roll bar in the back is 5 and the preload diff is 80. Dampeners on the front is 8, 4, 7, and 6. And on the rear it's 6, 3, 7, 6. Aero, I have the ride height is 46 in the front and 82 in the rear with a 7 splitter on the front. This AMG and the Porsche only two got the front splitter. And the rear wing is 9 with the brake ducts at 3 and 2. So I sure hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you try the setup and let me know if it works for you, if it's any good, if you like it, or if you don't like it. Like I said, I try to do the best I can, and it's a good base setup. I try to get them pretty neutral, so you can try to just a few little maybe this or that, and you can have them the way you want it, whether you want it to, rotate less or rotate more or this or that. So, but it seems like it's a real consistent setup, and I sure hope you come back and visit again. Please hit the like and subscribe and hit the bell if you haven't subscribed already. And I thank to all my subscribers, and everybody have a great day. See ya.